Wangio ni mureo, io ni mureo ne ikele. Wangio ni mureo. Okay. Leave site. Oh, no, dude. Is the volume good? Good evening to all of you. Is the volume okay? All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Azaro, David, call time. So today we're going to be talking about two topics. The most important one to me is the second one, the concept of Umaigbanedo. Okay. The first one, I'm just going to talk about it in passing. I'm just going to lend my voice to all of those controversies, and I'm just going to lend my voice to all of those controversies, and I'm just going to look at how best we can begin to fine-tune things without having to net ourselves inside propaganda. All right, so the second topic is the most important topic. I'm just going to speak about the Esan Benin talk. All right, so for the past 2 weeks, I've been offline. I've had a lot of our sisters who have been very concerned, and a lot of our brothers who have been very concerned. My attention has been drawn to some issues about what people accuse the Benin people of, and well, you know, I always have a way of giving practical. I always have a way of giving practical demonstration to some of these things without being too serious about it. Some of these things are not really very serious to me. Some of these things are not. Topics like these are really not very serious to me. About one or two things I'm just gonna lend my voice sort of. First, I don't have issues with anybody having a mindset, whether it's myopic or it's not myopic, having a mindset about this is what he thinks, you know, about the relationship with his supposedly brothers, which they have not demoted to be now known as neighbors. So I don't feel slighted about that. If people don't want you, you don't force yourself on them. But in this case, it's just very few persons. And that is why it is not more of a big deal. If the Onojes are on, or the Esan elites are on to say some of these things that they are saying, okay, I would take it serious. I was like, oh, wow, the matter is serious. So I really do not take bystanders, neophytes. Basically, I don't take them serious to speak on matter of ethnicity. It is not in my place to say whether these people are wrong or whether these people are right. It is not in my place, all right? But what I'm saying is that the Benin people shouldn't take some of these things too serious. Because most of these people, it's just like an Igbo man, or it's just like, okay, it's just like an Ikwere man is telling me Zoluwa that they are Igbo people. An Ikwere neophyte, someone who existence does not go beyond the Facebook page, is telling me that the Ikwere people are Igbo people. Then why I travel to Ikwere land, I meet with their kings, I meet with their professors, I meet with their historians, I meet with their elites, people who makes the ethnic group what it is, and they say that they are Benin. Do you expect me, Emerson Izodua, to take that Igbo guy or that Ikwere young neophyte who probably does not know his left from the right serious? I've grown beyond taking people who are irrelevant serious. I only could feel obliged to respond to some of these things, all right, if people who are in the elitist position are speaking out. Otherwise, I feel that it's just cruise or social media charades. It comes, it doesn't survive beyond a year or two. It never has, and it will never be. All right? It never has, and it will never be. It doesn't go beyond a year and two. Most of these people who look for relevance, well, I don't know. I spend longer time on the social media space than them, and I'll be more consistent than them. So I should be in best position to say that all of these people, I've seen quite a lot of them, and I've seen they all fizzle out with time. You accuse the Benin people for being bossy, and you do a 360 turnaround and say that you accuse the Benin people for, what do you accuse Benin people for again? You said the Benin people always believe that they are on top, they have the superior mentality, and you turn a 360 degree cycle and now say that instead that the Benin people are from, the concept is that you said Esan people are not from Benin people. Okay, let's assume you're correct. You say because of that concept that the Benin people have, it gives them a superior mentality over your people, and that you want to bring that change. Well, that's beautiful. No one is saying you shouldn't do that. Then you do a 360 degree turnaround, and you're not doing what you accuse us of doing by saying that the Esan people are actually the guys who own this land, and the Benin people are strangers. So that means you're doing what you're accusing us of. All right? So, and to me, it's not logical. You can't spite us because you feel that we have superiority mentality and go 360 degree and I have the superiority mentality. So that means you are accusing us of what you're doing. And I find that hypocritical. It's hypocrisy. Where you said that the Benins always believed to be on top. And now you're telling us that the Esans are on top. So that is hypocrisy. So, well, that's about the few things I wanted to speak about. I'm not into the old superior mentality. A lot of people have accused me before, and even some of my Benin brothers have accused me that because I've refused to talk the way they want me to talk, and I don't know whether they pay me to talk, they have accused me for being Esan in the time past, because I am not coming out to insult them just like they are insulting them. And I was like, someone calls you a bitch and you return back and calling the person a bitch. So what gives you a moral right to feel that you're correct? It's all the same. You both have insulted yourself, so it doesn't give anybody any moral right or any moral ground to not feel that this is correct and this is not correct. So what I will continue to say is, I'll continue to be Zodua on this matter, and I'll continue to say that don't have any bad blood against any people that accuses you of superiority. Like, I think the last time I ever spoke about this topic, I gave a practical demonstration of what I think it is. And I do not feel superior to anybody. All right. And so that concept, should, in other words, what I'm trying to say here is that we shouldn't allow some very few neophytes, people who doesn't really matter, that makes us to lose sleep or lose our temper over these things. All right. I've always had one philosophy that has always worked for me. It is only when you give relevance to something that it becomes relevant. It's only when you give relevance to something that it becomes relevant. If you don't give relevance to anything, it's irrelevant. So do not make any of them relevant enough that you start discussing. You know, I don't mention names. Like I said, I actually don't mention names. It's a concept. I don't give relevance to anybody. It's only those who are really relevant people that I give relevance to, not those who are not relevant. So please do not give relevance to those who are not relevant. You understand? So don't do that. Don't do that. All right? Let his views be restricted to those who buys in his idea, of not those who buys in his idea. I don't think any intelligent person should buy into an ethnocentric idea. I only think those who have always thought the way he thinks, or the way these people think, are the ones buying into the idea. And obviously the Igbo people, will naturally, and some Yoruba people will naturally buy. So these are the people that should be his cycle, and not with the Benin people. We should allow him be, or allow them be. All right? So, to me, hatred as a result of modernity does not change history. No matter how, you see, a lot of tribes have been trying to upstage, upturn, revise the Benin history for years, for decades. It is still where it is. It has not changed. The Benin history is still profound. It is still being discussed. You see, person you they push every day, for years. person when they push everywhere, for. Sense should tell you that history is insurmountable. No matter how much you want to revise or try to tarnish, all right, our history, it still remains, because history is an event of the past. It has already happened. It's unchangeable. You can't change it. This wine a better wine. So relax. Don't get too serious with some unserious issues. When someone begins to have just one topic for 6 months, 1 year, one topic, you understand? Either is foolish, or Hazard is jobless. You can't have one topic for that long. You just say, anybody who thinks, I only dispel Yoruba fallacies. I don't talk about Yoruba people. And most times, it's retaliation. I just cannot pick a topic that has to do with Yoruba, except someone Yoruba person somewhere had said something against Benin, and I'm retaliating. If you understand, I'm always retaliating to what people have said. All right, if I don't have anything to retaliate to, or a very concrete topic to teach our people, I'd rather not come to do live video. If I'm not inspired right now, before now, I have to have a topic. I have to find a topic to teach. But now, if I'm not inspired, all right, I will not, I repeat, if I'm not inspired, I will not talk on any matter. So most times when I don't come on live, it's because the ancestors have not said speak on this matter. I'm getting spiritual. I'm not more of like a spiritual person. If the ancestors don't say this particular topic, speak on it. So this one I'm speaking on, this first one on Esa and Diniri, that's why I said I'm talking about it in passing. It is not. Okay. So I'm sorry, someone was calling. So like I was saying, it is not my main topic. My main topic is the concept of Umagbane-Do. All right? That's what I want to speak on. And it's really, really very important. The concept of Umagbane-Do. So I was thinking a few days ago, our brother, this very famous, everybody used to do happy birthday. What's his name? A very nice song, one of my favorite Benin songs. I think he's releasing a song this week, and the title is Umagbane-Do. So I was listening to that song, and a thought, an inspiration came that concept have been misconstrued and has been negated to sort of influence our lives. No, red wine is good. Red wine is good. So now, the last time we spoke, I talked about the concept of the Great Benin ideology. A lot of persons loved it because that topic was from the concept. That topic is from the very pool, the knowledge, the fountain of our ancestors. I want to speak on another one that is another fountain fountain of wisdom from our ancestors. The concept of Umagbanedo. And I'm going to give you the historical background. It is not Iyino by Wakbe. It's like the Benins will never conspire to do what is bad. Umagbanedo ya wimi da. Edoyuma. It is a concept. So it was a concept like the Benins will never have, the Benins will never conspire ever again to do what is bad for Benin Kingdom. Italian wines are good. That's the concept of Umagbanedo. It is not, I will give you the historical thing. I'll give you the historical details of that. It is not Umagbanedo. It's Umagbanedo ya we done. Like, the Benins will never be united on a cause to do what is bad. No, the Benins they were united on a cause to disgrace, to embarrass or buy Wakbe. So he placed a curse on that unity, to do what is bad against the Oba and Benin Kingdom in general. So that is why I don't think aside that the Benins have ever united to do what is bad. Otherwise, Mawakawa Ziba. So why I said so Afiang Bosasa, I don't know why he or she wants to know my age. I don't know why he or she wants to know my age. But like I said, any topic I take, once I take is from the pool of the ancestors. Understand that you should run with it and grasp it. We have negated that statement and it has really affected our lives. We now feel any small thing when there is no, that's not what the concept was all about. All right. That was not what the concept was all about. The concept was, I don't think it's a fake account. The concept is very simple. Obaye Wakbe faced too many tribulations in the hands of the Edo people. The Edo people had conspired against him and humiliated him as an Oba. So he placed a curse on that unity of Nayawemi Da. Not the Benins do not unite. We will always unite to take positive decisions. We will never unite to take negative decisions. That is the concept of Umagbanedo. So people should not negate it. It is a prayer. It is not a curse. Yes, that is what it means. That's what the ancestors are revealing. It is a prayer and not a curse. We should not negate it. It's a statement of prayer. He prayed, he appealed to the ancestors on no account in the future should these people conspire, come together and do something that they will eventually regret. All right? They will eventually negate. You know, someone said, Edoyuma, the Benins do not sit down to discuss issues. Haven't you noticed? We When some people have actually accused us that we're not Republican, who said we're not Republican? We're the most Republican people on planet Earth. Only that God Almighty created one institution, one, outside the leadership of the Oba of Benin. A Benin man hardly becomes subservient to another Benin man in terms of service, in terms of trading, in terms of learning. It's a Republican spirit. I'll give you an example of Oba Ozolwa. I'll give you an historical example to prove what I'm saying. The Benins are there's a statement, there's one English they used to use, self-opinionated. It is only one institution that makes them think together, that makes them bounded together. Otherwise, would have been very disrespectful. Only one institution will respect the Oba of Benin. It's the only rallying point that we have. That is why all of these years we've not been able to have other rallying point, whether politically and all of that. Because our destiny as a people is intertwined with the destiny. It's a destiny thing. All right? So, you must understand that we are Republican. When people accuse us of being monarchical, God created the monarchy as a rallying point for the Edo people. Otherwise, if you remove the Oba of Benin, for example, the Benin people would have been thinking on their own. In other words, they would not have been able to allow anybody influence them or lead them. It is the only Oba of Benin that can lead the Edo people. Know this and know peace. It is time. Not time. Not time. It is the only rallying point. The only. I didn't say it's the only. I didn't say major rallying point. It's the only rallying point for the Edo people. If there is no Oba of Benin, there will not be any rallying point. Another Benin man will not listen to another Benin man. If he listens to the other Benin man, maybe he buys into the idea, like, I have followers, I have fans. They like me. They follow me. But I don't dictate to them. Tomorrow I come up with something that they are not used to, and they was like, that guy, we just saying history matter, now they talk. He just go to talk on that thing. So the guy matter up there, so we not like a way again. They have changed their mind. They have done the 360 degree. That shows that they don't follow blindly. They are self-opinionated. So when people call us that we're monarchical, yes, we are. We're proud of that. But outside the monarchy, we're Republican in nature. I'll give you a very good example of Oba Ozolwa. When Oba Ozolwa became the Oba of Benin, he had more than 15 forces to contend with. One of them was a Nekrigidi Ogbelaka. When Oba Ozolwa sent message to him, Ogbelaka is just biting the palace wall. When he sent a message to him that Omadonio Bonoba, okay, Ozolwa, that is, he didn't even recognize him. He told him that what am no Oba Ogbe, and Oba Ogbelaka. Self-opinionated. These likewise Akenisi, Okwaya, and all of that, they did not accept Oba's loyalty. They didn't give that loyalty to the Oba of Benin until Ozolwa had to find a way to conquer all of them all over again. All right. So, let people not confuse you and negate. We ourselves have negated some statements that are wrong. It's not Umagbanedo, it's Umagbanedo. I know some people are trying to rephrase the statement. It's Umagbanedo is correct. But the correct statement is Umagbanedo ni Maya we can't conspire to take a decision that is bad for the kingdom or for the land. That is a curse that was placed. Or that is not a curse, it's a prayer. That's not a curse, it's a prayer. So we shouldn't see it as a curse. It was a prayer. You understand? The Benin people dealt with Oba Ewakpe so badly. The guy needed to pray to the ancestors that any kawala. Egyawo okonagi degbe duiko. Egin degbe yuma. Egyumai degbe bane we be done. So it's not a curse. Inherently, we feel that it's a curse, it's a prayer. That these people should not conspire ever again to spoil what their ancestors have built all over these years. All right. So I think that is what we need to run with today. You understand? Umagbane doya we mi normal. Umagbane doya we mi down. Alright. I'm not interested in part. That's your age. 40 is older than me. Way older. I understand. I should be dealing with 25, 26. Oh, I'm older now. So, Epa, that's your bracket for a woman for an old man like you, Epa. So understand this. So there's a prayer, there's a curse. Umagbane doya we normal. Umagbane doya. Yeah, we done. So that is the message. That is the message. All right. That is the message from the very fountain of knowledge of our ancestors. All right. So I beg, if I don't do, I don't know if I had the tease, if I had the enter my body. No, you will buy shoe very soon. I hope you come from UK for my marriage. Very soon. But 40 years, you know. All right. So, like I was saying, we must understand all of these implications. We must understand all of these implications. All right, we must understand this invariably. We should not be negating statements that we don't have too much knowledge about. I used to have the same knowledge though, but until the deep secret of it was revealed, the prayer was that we should never be united to do what ring. Oh, where we're at Epa Jimogbede. Now you will rent the venue. The venue can never do. It's quite expensive. 500K I rent a venue. No, I should be the one to buy the ring. So that is what we must take into cognizance today. All right. That is what we must take into cognizance today. It is really important. The Benins are united. Don't ever let anybody deceive you that the Benins are not united. The prayer that was made by Oba Ewakpe was that there will never be a time that the Benins will be united to take bad decisions as to that will affect the kingdom. That is why you see, if I'm thinking about something like right now, you understand? It's like our soul as a people is connected. That once one Benin person is thinking, like this, another Benin person is thinking very similar way. It is also the same way that once one Benin person is thinking something bad, another Benin somewhere is also thinking exactly the same thing bad. But it's just that there's a prayer on that, do not think bad. So, I was thinking bad, this one was thinking bad, this one was thinking bad. All right, but there's already a prayer on it. That once we are thinking bad, one way it does not work. But once we are thinking good, one way it works. All right? One way. I don't talk. When I leave that Esan issues, I've already said what I needed to say on that Esan issue. I've already said that on that Esan issue. Miscreants, neophytes, people who probably does not have sound education, people who, for the reason that they don't have cheap data, people who ordinarily, if Facebook were scrutinizing meta sagacity, those who can really reason should not even allow to do a live video, now have a social media forum to spew bile. You don't take them serious, like I've said. Don't give relevance to those who are not relevant. Otherwise, you start making them relevant. That is my cue. Almost all of these, I've been seeing quite a lot of these Igbo guys and Yoruba guys on my platform. And I don't mind them. Everybody, now my business I demand they go. You understand? If I'm not selling land, if I'm not doing business, I'm doing live video only on my own warrant, then I cross post. So this video now I'm doing, this live video I'm doing now, it's also being played live on Association of Great Benin Descendant page. So I cross post. I think there's a way you can do it. Since I'm admin in these two pages, so I cross post. Well, I'm doing it on Warren Live, but it's also playing at the same time live on the Association of Great Benin Descendant page. So they call it, I think Facebook just introduced it. You'll introduce it cross-posting. All right? So these are about my activities. So don't take these people serious. Don't take these people serious. It is not important. They are not important for you to not take them. Very important. Let them continue to run their mouths. I think there's a freedom for speech. All right, but there's also implication of having the freedom for speaking. So if all of these people are insulting us, these few people are insulting us, there should also be implications. There will be dire consequences, but not now. I have said a lot of people have been coming to insult the Benin people, to insult the Oba of Benin. It hasn't changed anything. It hasn't changed anything. Instead, our history, our global recognition increases day by day. Day by day. You know the way they talk about Benin, they go. Nah. For the world. It be like the more that they insult us. In short, a time will come, we won't be paying these people. We should even be paying these people to insult us more. So that we are being recognized globally. And more insult, more recognition globally. So let them, Unuyano, don't give relevance. I'm always saying some of our people who gives relevance to these people, it pains me. Please don't. Allow them be. Are they not insulting? Yes. They should keep insulting. It doesn't take anything from the Edo people. Sincerely speaking, there's one of my sisters, she always sends some of these live videos to me. Oh, brother, you need a bit it okay. Matter. But in my mind, I was like, may the sister shall just rest. May she allow these people be. I see their live video. All right, I see it. Funny enough, I see it. I see almost everything these people write. I see almost everything these people say. All right, but I always give a blind spot to it. You understand? I always give a blind spot to it. A blind spot. I always give a blind spot to it. All right? So we should learn that tactics. I know it's painful sometimes, but don't let it be painful. It's the norm. If you are not great, Edowe Iranomek Bakba Akbalo Edowe Taiwo Otien Ramon Populaigbe. Imaye na Otien. You understand? Imaye na Otien Mamon. Imamo Ganyan. So are they hungry? The Otien Ramon inscribe the Benin people, inscribe their rich cultural heritage, their history. So those local champions for other ethnic groups may not get history. They come, they pluck our fruits. May the CC do not disturb them. They are hungry. Many have a color. Let them enjoy from our rich fruit. You understand? Let them enjoy. Do not disturb them. Like I always say, our history is rich. It seems like, they see how global recognition, can't you see how global TV stations are talking about the Benin Act? Are you not seeing it? All these local champions, who become governor, who become councillor. The world is recognizing us. The world is talking about us. Benin, the great Benin people. And they are over. So let them keep insulting. Don't worry yourself about that. Like our brother said, once you are big, you are big. You understand? If we are big and we don't have these so much criticisms, we don't have these so much tantrums, we don't have these so much insult, that means we are not big. The biggest people have the biggest criticisms. The biggest people have the biggest oppositions. You understand? Even the Bible acknowledges that the more big you are, that is, the more big temptation you begin to get. So, yes, that's how Lucy, Karen, that's how we do it. To hurt them, we should continue to shout Oba Atokbe forever. I've said it, we're unapologetic about it. If you are envious of the fact that a Benin man loves his Oba, don't you have a king? Love him too. Don't you have a king? Love him too. If your king begin to go on one bed party, they go burial ceremony, they go birthday party, they go political rally, and our own no they go. How is that? Now we cause your own me they go party, go one bed, they go the chop rice for 16 years old there. I think the ancestors have warned me to stop talking bad of kings. So I will not be speaking so much against kings now. So I'll be warned. So but for maybe for the final round, for the final, if your king goes to birthday party or political, that's not my headache now. That's not. You can as well stop it. You can protest and say that they see about Bini. If they go birthday party. I don't really understand. You can package your king. You understand? So, like I don't insult any king again. But you cannot not tell me that it is wrong. If you have how do I put it? If you have freedom of speech, don't have freedom of salutation or worship or recognition. Also, if you are free to speak nonsense or talk all the talking, I'm also free to revile my Abba. It's my Abba, it's not your Abba now. You have said it's not your Abba, it's not your king. We accept with our full chest. But you can also not tell us that we shouldn't revere him. You can also not tell us that we shouldn't say he's the greatest king on earth. We haven't stopped you to say that is the greatest king or duke or whatever or chief priest on the entire earth. So, Obama, I adore him, and that is why I'm ashamed of some Benin people who think that denigrating. Anyway, with the great Benin ideology, they are not even Benin person. Any person, Nepal. My tablets gas me their own lights. Who there? Alpha, bro. I bet if you let me drum again. Just quickly let me drum. Thank you. Lepa wala. Did I on any other thing? No, I didn't. Should work. No, don't let me put it on. Ta-da! My own phone. I'm coming. So, please, like I said, nobody should pick quarrel. Do not insult anybody. All right. For the fact that there are few misguided people does not mean that a full ethnic groups does that. I can also stop Benin people from retaliating because personally, I think what some Benin people were quarreling with me was this. And I think I need to say it. When I be mere me san when magba. Area we me do no when magba. If some certain Asans are insulting Benin people generally, there should be also some certain Benin people that should insult Asan people, thereby making the equation correct. But I'm not that part of that section. I'm always going to be in the section of unity. That's what I maintain. That's what I've always maintained. But they also have a freedom for retaliation to speak. You can't insult a people for that far too long and you're expecting, well, because of sake of peace, it doesn't change the fact that we cannot also retaliate by insulting you back. But it's just that I will not choose that path. But those who wishes to choose that path, they haven't chosen wrong path. It is not in my place to say that they are choosing wrong path or right path. That one is left for God and ancestors. So it's left for the ancestors. I'm a very straightforward person, you know. So I cannot deny anybody for saying anything that they want to say. All right. All right. All right. So I appreciate all of you. And what is most important, the message I want us to take from here today is this, which is very, very important, is the concept of Umaigbanedo. I've said it and I'm repeating it again. The concept of Umaigbanedo is Umaigbanedo. The Benins were never united to take decision that we had. Was it bad for my job has been on for 10 hours. Sundays are for relaxation. Since I no longer go out. I don't go, I don't chill. There's no time. I don't have friends. I don't intend to keep friends anymore. Because you wait here, your points in I don't do friendship anymore. So I will all day my own. I work from Mondays to Saturdays. Sometimes on Saturdays I'm free. If I'm free on Saturdays, I go and get where they go for GRA. I'll go chill. Now one bottle of red wine. After I don't take them, you are the sauced goat meat or snail. Me so wa regen, me wa loya. Then this Sunday morning to night and sleep. Sleep and food. Yeah, you're ready, right? The red wine, I want to enjoy life. So, say those times when I still go to chill with friends, man. Either they chill with friends. So these are about it. We must understand this. We must understand this. So, and again, everywhere hot for Benin, not be our fault. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere hot. You understand? As I all take like this one, like this. I don't want fun. I'll take an easy. Me like a cold water, but that's the issue. Now to the cost. Whatever. Oh, latter say, I knock me and some latter say people we get some quanta a few days ago. So I beg, more than all fights. I don't like quarrel. In my platform, It is brotherhood. Those who agree that we are brothers and those who do not agree, we are all brothers on my platform. So when you now go to your various platforms, will now become enemy. If people knows me, if you have had a one-on-one discussion with me, you know that I'm not that very, very serious person. Like, I don't get, this life is too short that people to pull matter for head. I'm here, go. If you dare with me, even if now so you dey insult us for the past 50 years, say you can't deal with me, you can't meet me. And what's up? Only that now I no go drink or eat where you did because we big time. So again also. So but as me and you're the crack joke. Anybody that I'm a very free person. I joke a lot. I don't get serious about anything. I heard some people say that why is it that I don't always get serious when I'm talking on live videos? For crying out loud. You don't need me to have a poker face like this. before you can be able to grasp the words of wisdom that I protrude from my mouth. So calm down. All right. If you don't know, go and play Rema. You know, say Rema, our song. He newly released one song called "Calm Down." So calm down. What? Calm down. Life is not that too serious. People take life too serious. So life is not that too. The only time I divest. The only time I divest now when I not sell land, I not see money. If money they enter my account like this, there's nothing you do. Maybe will make me vex. Me I walk your turn. Me not here 4 plots in here. Oh, go get me our gear. So that's why. This is the end of your kingdom. Go and mark it. Well, I don't think my kingdom was created, Peter Henry. I don't think my kingdom was created by humans. And the fate of my kingdom will never also be determined by humans. It is God Almighty, the creator of life, that ordained my kingdom, that ordained the creation of my kingdom. And humans never ordained it, and they can also determine it. You understand? So while you guys are working very hard to ensure that, we are also working very hard not to ensure that. So that I wanted to tell a story, but I will not tell you. But I want you to keep being ignorant. I want to tell you stories of the people who had know your boss who swear. I want to tell you a story of the people that have actually bragged that they were going to bring Benin Kingdom down. Many years ago, they are dead. And Benin Kingdom is still here. The reason Izodowa can never support any human being against Benin Kingdom is because why we never support government or personage over my kingdom is because it's an institution. You're going to die, but Benin Kingdom will remain. The Benin Kingdom will remain. You're going to die, but the Benin Kingdom remains. I'm going to die. You're going to die. Everyone dies, but the kingdom remains. It's the institution, and that is why I'm loyal to an institution that is entire. It's an institution that is almost 2,100 years old. Over 2,000 years old. That is worth fighting for. Hmm? Okay. So allow the ignorant person continue to speak in ease or ignorance. It doesn't change anything. Like I always say, hatred and jealousy is a disease. It's an inner disease. It will eat you. Or is it real way? Or is it real way? You understand? Do not hate anything. Do not hate anybody. It's a disease. It will hit you, eat you to your grave. Like I always give example. As a young man when I was growing up, when some of my friends find my trouble, I can't keep hatred with them. Do you know that? When I bump into them, my mind they always fly. Now they're wrong way, but I mean they keep the hatred. But I mean they feel and pass. So I've learned never to hate anybody. Otherwise, the hatred will hit you. Oh, why are you over here? So free yourself from hate and jealousy. It will eat you deep until it consumes you. The people who you hate so much will still be existing. No matter how you will hate Bini, the Bini people will still exist. No matter how you will hate Esan, Esan will still exist. So don't hate anybody. Don't take your comments beyond what it is and start to see it as a hatred, and you start to hate the people. Otherwise, you'll be the one to feel it more. So, don't hate anybody. Otherwise, now you will feel and pass with people. You understand? I'm sure that when those guys, when they bump into Benin people in all the countries that they are, they'll be shocked. They'll be the one who will not be very why? Because they house hatred. How do I kinegbe? But you are the one who chose that path. And that every path that you choose have its consequences. Alright? And so do not choose that path of hatred. Otherwise, where's the kinegbe wagmo? You understand? Where I mean, if you come Benin now, if you see me, maybe you're the popori they go. Now you go they hide your head, say, I don't know whether if it's Zodu will see me now, whether he will drag my leg, come out. You understand? For 18 Benin now, if you come Benin so, anytime all these people they come Benin so, why the people that they are hating, they are just poppering their life to stupor. I don't know whether you understand. Because we don't even know whether these people exist. Now these people now carry hatred. They are the one who feels it. I don't feel it. If I see any of these people for Benin, I mean, go me there. Bros, you enter town. How far now? Why then? And then with they dodge. Because I'll see come live video. Say, I see that guy. He day. You understand? And they will come they hide. The people who you are hating, they are poppering their life and enjoying their life. So I would not advise you not to take the path that anybody not to choose a path that they have chosen, but there are always consequences for decisions. If any decision taken by anybody, there are always consequences. Right decisions gives right consequences. Wrong decisions give wrong consequences. So don't be bothered. Don't be bothered. Don't be bothered. You understand? So I always say things the way they are. Don't be bothered. Why? There are more important things as Benin people we should be thinking about. And maybe from next week, I'll start to talk about things that Benin people should be thinking about. Not neophytes. Not nincompoops. But you know, they are not important. You understand? If not me and all of them they deal with. If not me, now everybody be like me. All these people now they talk about Benin people. Because me, I be master ignorer. You know, I be like Wizkid. You know, I be another version of Wizkid. Wizkid is a guy who doesn't talk. He like to insult the guy from now to the next 20 years. He doesn't even comment. So that's the kind of person I am. I read everything, but I don't. I just read it. I just don't comment. I don't. Because I don't want to give relevance to the matter. I don't want to give relevance to the matter, so I don't comment. You see, I've not mentioned anybody's name since, but I don't want to give relevance to the matter. You understand? So it is exactly, it's hatred will lead to depression and frustration. So at the end of the day, now we will see come pray for them. Maave ave zese yawe emota ne gbebe Ryan. Now we will see. Now we will see go carry orwe. I will move. We are say pumpkin. We are say pumpkin. Maave ave yawe mota. No mu ya. No mu ya gbe. No mu ya gbe ran. You understand? So, okay, I think he called me. What did he call me? He called me a Yoruba person. Well, if you like, you call me Fulani. If you like, you call me Yoruba. But the most important thing, Manyaido. Maedo Manyaido. So however you call me, whether you call me Ibirama, thief. If you like, you even call me what do they call that tribe? Those Shaka Zulu people for South Africa. You like, you call me all those ones. It doesn't concern me. But Manyado. Manyado. And there's nothing you can do about it. So that's just a message. So there's nothing you can. My leaders are MC Casino. Well, we're done. I don't know how they listen to Benin history. Or these are my pa. Anyway, okay. In conclusion, some people have been actually telling me that why don't I speak about my business? All right, I'm rounding up now. I didn't spend time today. Please and please, like I posted 2 days ago, now who follow me buy land? I have estate. I have 4 estates in Benin. I have 1 in Abuja. That is 5. If you like Izoduwa, if you like what Izoduwa have been doing for Benin Kingdom for how many years now? I've been very consistent. Very consistent for what Izoduwa have been doing. That you love this guy. Not dash Izoduwa money. Follow Izoduwa, buy land. Wadodoto will be Izoduwa. No one get be so that may I hear 2 plots. May I live video. I'll be smiling. I know the verse. Yes, that's what I'm talking now. So we currently have 5 estates. We have 4 in Benin. We have 1 in Abuja. We work hard. We are not propagandists. We don't talk about propaganda. While we are talking about Benin history, tomorrow morning by 8 is surfacing, and we are hustling, and we are hustling legitimately. And we don't, so please, I am appealing to all my followers, to those who have been following me, to those, there are some people I will always, there are some people I will always be appreciative of. Those of my follow, I don't want to mention her name. She got a plot from me in my Abuja estate. I think another person got one of her sister. I don't want to mention her name. She got a land 2 days ago, and she also brought her friend to also buy from me. These are really the people who love me. I know you get my Benin history, or you have other estate or other people you are daughter. You understand? That's how you support me. You support my brand by buying from us. All right. Like my brother is here, Osanyehwe Lawrence, popularly known as MC Casino, our brand ambassador. Ugoron is a state brand ambassador. So now they always sign with me. So he can never support what is not legitimate, what is not right. So I'm calling on our people to also support a brother. So those who not see get money may take back. At least when they see my video for my page. Why we go every guy? You understand? If I go do Yahoo tomorrow, when I go yes and so I carry my sister. Okay, I not get sister. I carry my mama, my papa, to go do blood money. Now we see con they say 1 hour week be nani here. You people, you didn't support me, wasn't it? You understand? For my legitimate hustling. I think one thing I've learned about the Jewish people built the wealth around themselves. All right. So I have been able to give so much to our people, and even with Papa Francis Ogeria, I can't thank him enough. But as a other yard me since now, those people now know say really love me. But 4 plots from me, 4 or there were boy, and we gave in flexibility, and because if you are my fan, I'll give you flexibility payment, 6 months, 1 year. Understand? And I mean one order me water because we ensure that our estates are well secured. We don't buy government lands. We don't buy government lands at all. You understand? If you go to Edo GIS where they do CFO, they'll tell you that. Being that I worked in Edo GIS before I started my company, so I do proper verification. And my estate in Abuja, I do absolute proper verification. I had to pay almost 1.2 million to 2 different lawyers to do proper verification, same verification for. I vied in for 6 properties. It was only one that came out positively. That came out like every single papers came out genuine. So I take time to verify, to search, to authenticate my properties. Because do you know why? Why I do that is that I know a lot of people who do not like me, who do not like what I do for Benin Kingdom, who are actually my friends. Some of them are also here. They are looking for one mistake that is only what we make. You people will not see that mistake. I will never do what another person will say that. Or ya hin turn away no, or ya hin take government no, or ya hin to, I don't want to ever be known by that. I want to be known by what I preach. I want to be known by what I believe in. So I take time to ensure that all of I hear the jump and the pass. So we have genuine property. You understand? Have genuine property. So that is how you support me. So you allow. So I beseech. I hope, I believe, I pray that God should empower all Edo persons all over the world, all Edo persons, that they will not be rich enough. God will bless them enough. It's my prayer. So that they can have spare money. All you require is a spare money. So now say, okay, let me buy 5 plots from Izodowa. with a bid to resell in the future. It's investment. Those people invested 2 years. Those guys who bought land from a 900,000 2 years ago, they are reselling for 2 million, 2.5 million. Their lands are safe, extremely safe. All right, so it's also a business. It's something you invest in. You buy, as of now, when we are buying, when we are selling, it's very cheap. Then you give it time, it start creating wealth for you. And it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's the surest investment to do in Nigeria. It's a land investment. It's not a Ponzi scheme. So everybody should know that. After now, I don't like posting my business video. But after now, I'm going to post a video that Utete Negabi just did for us on this Uwaron platform, so that all of you can see where I have properties. How do I pin? Okay. Let me pin my phone number here. So we have websites. You can also check out our websites. Anywhere you see Uwaron, just know that it's me. So our Facebook page is Uwaron Investment Limited. That's our company name. Our website is uwaron.com. Our Instagram handle is Uwaron7. So anyway, you see Uwaron, it's me. So anyway, she were on there referring to me. So I thank all of you who have been here, who have always been very supportive of my programs. May God and our ancestors bless all of you. Osafian Bimaya, and most importantly, those who have always followed my preaching and my doctrine. I've always believed that we can be better than what we are now if we actually understand how to be better. I talked about we're not taking some misguided ASAM people serious because they don't represent the 100% of the entire population of the ASAM. They are just minority. All right, we shouldn't take them serious. All right, we shouldn't take them serious. All right, we are one. Okay, please, we are one. And I always believe that we are one. Okay, don't always take few misguided people serious. The most important one that I talked about is the concept of Umaigbanedo verse, but we are one. Please, verse. I know saying that, so you do always verse. But we are one. Now, so one Benin person, what's his name again? No, I've forgotten it. I blocked him, you understand, because he wanted me to come out and be saying, oh, okay, some people, all of that. I said, I cannot say that because I cannot be insulting my brother. Even if my brother insults me, I can. That's why we are the senior brother. We should act like one. You understand? So, I know a lot of people will get what Zibaga, give me area. Sometimes I mean be at area taller. Where's the estate, bros? No, call through. I'll post a video of it. We have estates in Adua bypass, we have at Sapler, we have at Airport Road. We just open another one now, or about to open another one at Upper Airport Road. All right, so when I do high, but even be at Toloma, I taller. All right, so for the fact that they are provoking you, don't get provoked by that. All right, kidi edu ze, one step at a time. All of these things will fizzle out. I mean, bonemiri nefo, you know, all of these things will fizzle out. And the other one that I spoke about is really, really very important. I spoke about the concept of Umaigbanedo. It's correct. Umaigbanedo ya me da. The Benin, it's a prayer. It's not a curse. I've said it. Let it be known to our mind henceforward that the concept of Umaigbanedo is a prayer. It's not a curse. Obai Wakbe, he saw the the high-handedness of the united Benin people and how they dealt with him. So he prayed to God and our ancestors, and never a time will the Benin people be united to take bad decision that will affect the entire Benin kingdom. So umagbanedo Yahweh minoma. The Benins are united in taking decisions that is beneficial positively to us. But the Benins will never be united to take decisions that will negate, that will prove destructive to our existence. So please, the concept of Umaigbanedo is real, but it's a prayer. Only that Amata, so run with that. When someone tells you that Umaigbanedo, tell him, he or she, yes, Umaigbanedo Yahweh me down. You know? Tell them, Umaigbanedo Yahweh me down. We'll never be united to do something that is bad. It's a prayer. A cursive in here. That why I do koya bomawa. I do koya women. Now, is that not a prayer? Is that a cause? So we negated that statement. We now begin to see it as a cause upon ourselves. And it now begins to have negative effect on our soul, on our very existence. So I'm not saying that it is not a cause. It is not a cause. It's a prayer. If your father why is you? If your father not pray now in your heart, that why is you kubeya kumeye or one is that not a prayer? Is that a cause? You understand? So wagbedon. Udege do de unume tight. You understand? Ude edo de unume. I manive igwazedo. You understand? I'm brushing up my Edo speaking skills. Organo. We should do Edo language competition. I want me first. I must make you people proud. So please, this is a message from the fountain of knowledge of our ancestors. Umagbane doya we down, but umagbane doya noya we no ma. Naya we no ma. Naya we me emiesi abi. I know the hook. Okay. You understand? Naya we me sesi. You understand? So please, whenever you come to Ugorong to learn, you must learn something, one thing that you have never learned before. That is what I always guarantee you. One thing that you've never learned before. All right, you must learn it. One, or at least when you learn. If I do live video, if I do average of 45 live video in 1 year, and you learn 45 new things in 2 years. In 2 years, and Okaona. How would I know that? At times it's first when you are doing classifications of hierarchy, Okao, in number. Not what they test me in Edubos as what they test me in numbers, numerals. Then in classification, no cow. Anatia. I'm still on live video. People are trying to call through. When I say after I've ni cow. I've ni cow. I say ni cow. I do a live video now. I beg. I'll call you back and see. I've ni cow. The earliest arrivals, the ancient persons, the first comers Ave ni cow. That's what we now call a nikau. Ave ni cow, nikari. Our ancestors that came first. A nikau. Our ancestors now. The people who came first. We are still still the same people. But only that they how do you say that in English again? Sorry. Someone want to contribute. A nikau, that's plural. I is usually plural. A nikau, a knockout, N-E-O, yeah, singular. So a nikau is plural. So I will nikau. So these are basically, I think some persons want to call through. I don't know who is calling through. As you asked to join, is it Favor? Is it Jim Obede? Send the invitation. Whoever wants to call through. Okay. Whoever wants to call through the Facebook. But although I'm rounding up now, yeah, they were the first. We are referring to Ogiso Igodo. Ogiso we are referring to Oba Ogwola. We are referring to Arua. We are referring to Esige. By Esige, we are referring to Erui. We are referring to all those people we speak about as our heroes and heroines. Abe Nikao. They were the first comers. The ones who came first. The ones who lived before us. Hey, Mr. Paul. Good evening. Domo. Domo no one. I don't know. I'm trying to add anybody who wants to make contributions. I'm trying to add them. So the woman who said she wanted to call through, let me wait.
Hello, my brother.
Domo no one.
It will Baba. My only show facing with a live stream. So provided we not Corona Jano de Kota Navetima. Why ya bota if you been in Okbeo, if you're a CCC, if you're back, why ya rato we can wari work. My brother, he must win Zuduwa. He really appreciate you being one neto. And a wisdom nika vio we agele nu yagele ya agwa ka no can do a wisdom ni ora bebaji ora go etiari and the more we do heritage but we say really you are really show a good example of our Enikao, and you are really show a good example of how we the Benin should be doing and should be living, doing with our integrity. My brother, I really appreciate that sign, that signal that you have boom in us, you have built in us. Now, Renukeya Swawe la Shona Nikelelewe concerning me who donor. And second thing, even why I inspire my affair, it will not be deniable. It can't be deniable because it shows it's simple. If not a body need or show the world you have inspired a lot of Benin sons and daughters to really know who we are. You know, so we are and even the one can be there where Umagele do is real. When they do ya when ya day any Kaimaya put so we're not when we yagli sign in Marcinima Yagli. My brother, what is signing tribes in near this unite us. My we ignore Emisu and the Motanua Vitani is true. Also, so there are some comments, there are some source of their posts which I don't even want to even I beg what you was screenshot, you know. So you know, I ignore Emisu no ma Gelig Babinutani. My brother, yeah, give you carry more a comment in your yeah, give you a call a few times. Yeah, ready ne, and when we are here, a tiny man ugly when we do tenant do or where a woman or one I own a meroji. So one in Abra Bokba, only in a height we laughing. Yeah, give you a call privately. So you know what we know do. Wato do ya fe ubini nekpe we you been okpe nre wa wa ya wato wa ma wa pe. I still remember your humble brother is so bright Trinity from here in Italy, Ancona City. Wa ma respect to you all. Obala talk be
Domo Isel. All right. So that's how you call through. If you want to call through direct, that's how you call through so that you don't need to show your face. You want to show your face. So why I always say. So I'm just going to give about 5 minutes. If there's any other caller, you can call through. If there's any other thing we can speak about, we can talk about. And congratulations to our mama. I didn't know that she is. Sorry, say I want to bust your. I'm just very excited. Madam Eve Ike, Mike Bear, that she put to bed. Bouncy, beautiful bouncy baby girl. Yeah, I think the child name is Idia. Idia. So a girl, I think a girl in your home, so congratulations to you, Ma. And any MAIU, these are the people as actually also deemed it fit to also patronize my goods and services. So everybody should congratulate our mama, Eve Ike. I don't want to say her real name, but she just put to bed not to. Okay, send invitation. Okay. Someone is already calling. Come on, Mr. Agbega. Come on,
Domo. Thank you very much. Because
your
younger brother is with me right here. Your senior brother.
My senior brother.
Cousin, senior brother, cousin.
Okay.
I'm calling from Germany. So I just call you to appreciate what you are doing. Maybe people might not be giving you the real kudos. No need. Because if you don't need you are supposed to be sponsored by the palace. If you are not sponsored by the palace, you are supposed to be accompanied by all the youth chairman. You are supposed to be accompanied by chiefs. Because this load that you are carrying now is because sometimes you would have fed up several times. You fed up because we are not encouraging you. You have no benefits, but you just want to defend our land, our great Benin land. You want to defend our land and you want to defend our unity. You want to defend our culture. You are defending our history, which we have already lost. We grow together for the same street. I grow for Upper Erejawa. You grow for Erejawa. My son Upper Erejawa. You go for Erejawa.
Why?
I know.
Why?
I don't be there for Admontan Street for their BDN Unity. Unity School. So that was one our area. Me do Bekun side. Me do Ogumbo side. Very my way our area, and all of us we are speaking. We grow up with common pidgin language, common English, pidgin English. Yes. That's my answer. My Zedo school again the 80s. Agbimasa, we are Zedo Agboasa. But today, I'm ashamed that I cannot write in my own language. At my age, so all these things we were by now we would have acquired much knowledge. I don't know whether you understand. We would have acquired much knowledge. Like my children in Europe now, I can't even speak my language for them because maybe it's a video, You might not understand. So I just want to encourage you. I want to thank you. I want to say a big thank you. But I want you to answer it with open mind. Please. If you don't know, slavery exists. Slavery exists even though exist all those patterns, those places. If you don't want you, I saw my grandmother. A mark you a mark. You identify slavery so that they should not fall part of slavery. This mark, why this mark? Was it a mark in we walk by my here, will be brother. I know that one. This son will be brother. Igmark will be brother. Why this mark that we the Benin, our mother were having, was not extended to that part as the brothers, as our family brothers? You understand it?
Yeah, answer. Yeah, answer. No problem. Domo.
Where's it?
Yeah, end there so that I can answer it. Domo.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very interesting question. It's very easy. It's not the mark of tribal identity, all right, is not Iwu. The mark of tribal identity. Now, Vienna was tribal identity. So the Benins had it, the Essans had it, the Auchi people had it. Now Vienna is a tribal identity. But the Iwu mark was not a tribal identity mark. Was rather an headquarters, the city center. The people who were closer to the Oba of Benin. All right? If you are an Edo man, you live and go and stay at Igbo land, you will not be able to wear the Igbo body mark because you are off the range. It was like a radar system. So those within the people that has the closest proximity, because the coming of the Igbo mark, I don't want to go through the story. Next week, I will tell you how the Igbo mark came. Now, the Igbo mark now become a sacred marking that only those who are within the sphere, the cycle of the administrative headquarters of the empire is allowed to have the mark. It was not a tribal marking. It was not a marking that denotes, it was not a marking that separates Benin people from slavery. Now, Vienna only was a mark of identity because this Igbo mark came in during the time of Obahen Buddha. It has nothing to do with slavery. Slavery had already started at that time, so it didn't distinguish the Benin people. The one created, Navienya, was created by Baewa, was so which the Esan people have, the Benin people have, and every other persons, the Esakos and all of that have. That was a mark to identify the tribal group that we now call Benin group, the Benin tribe. But the Igbo was a sacred mark that those who have a day-to-day activity. So if you are an Eka man, if you are a Yoruba man who has spent 20 years, who have been nationalized within the sitting center, you are giving the Igbo mark, because without the Igbo mark, it is an abomination to be able to deal with the Oba on a personal level. So anybody could have had it. Any Esan man that when I were Okpotaniwa and some Ewise, and a lot of the Ewise in the old had Igbo marks. So the Igbo was, how do I call it? It's more of like a royal mark. You cannot have a personal dealing with the Oba except you have the Igbo mark. So those in the peripheries who eventually came into the sitting center were given the Igbo body markings. And those who were not of that were not originally given the Iwu body marking before they left Benin. So when I mean Benin and the capital of the then Empire, Edo, did not have the Iwu mark. I don't know whether you people understand. For you to be able to have a day-to-day activities, for you to be able to have access or by Hembuda, it wasn't invented. It was, how do I put it? It's or by the it was during Obayembuda that the Iwu body mark was invented. It was one of his travail, Emaoni Tohana. But next week, it's quite a very interesting topic. You know, I created, for those of you, you know, I also have a showroom where I sew clothes, Ewiwu, all right? And so I have a very good story about it. So what I'm saying is that the Iwu is that those who have a personal relationship with the Oba of Benin on day-to-day activities were given the Iwu mark. It was not all Benin people that had the Iwu mark. So any Benin person that was not within the sphere of the administrative headquarters where the Oba resides and its immediate environment never had the Iwu mark. Never had the Iwu mark. The mark that makes you a Benin son or Benin doctor is Navianyao. Is the facial tribal marks. That was invented by Obayewai. But the Iwu was not invented. It was one of the travail that Obayembuda went to Akure. Is a coincidental mark. It is not our national mark. All right. It now became, it's just like until about well, you get Ute, where he met Ovenen. Nedude Ele, the mother of Obayewai the First. All right. They have always had a masquerade called Origbo. All right. And Nagite Kopunute. Those masquerades were the masquerade of the Ute community people. But until Obaohe had an interaction with that community and officially now made that masquerade the royal masquerade. It couldn't have been a royal masquerade. What other people do not know, Ovia deity was a royal deity. Something happened. All right, some person have been trying to call to inquire what happened. I am not too relaxed to tell them what really happened. Something happened in the palace. Then the palace of Bayen Sonye was the Oba of that time, had to ensure that Ovia deity is I'm trying to use it. I'm trying to use my English word, like something that is royal. You not deroyalize it. So something that was royal from time immemorial, you not make it unroyal. Something happened during Obayen Soyen time. It now had to take Ovia deity out of the palace to where it is today. And don't ask me, I don't know where Ovia deity is. But what I'm saying is that something had happened that led to the Benin people. The Benin people, it's more of like a royal mark. It's not a Benin mark. The Benin mark was Ikwao. Now, that is what is our mark. But the Iwu was exclusively for those who have a day-to-day. It now become abominable that for you to have a dealing with the Oba on personal ground, if you don't have that Iwu, you cannot be able to deal with. So people around the immediate environment of the palace, what you almost would not call the 7 local government, had it because they had a closer reach to the palace. It was not a mark of segregation, and it was not our national identity mark. It was a royal mark. So if anybody is saying, I heard when someone said that if the Benins and Esans are one, why is it that the Benin people had the Iwu mark and the Esans don't have it? That's not true. Every Esan man who left Esan land, there wasn't even Esan land at that time, but let's assume every Esan man who left Esan land and have one activities or the other to do within the palace must have that royal mark. Otherwise, it will not be able to have a one-on-one discussion with the Oba of Benin. It was mandated
It was a royal mark. Those, because if you don't have that mark, you will not be able to. If you touch the Oba of Benin, it is a taboo. And why it was effected so, I will tell the story in next week Sunday. What led to the creation, why it became an instrument of royal mark. It's not our national identity mark. It is more of like a royal. Like there's a coat of arms. I think in some country the England or the English people has sort of a coat of arms. Why the royal has also had why the country has a map or a flag. The royal house also have their own flag. All right. So the national identity mark was different from the royal mark. The royal mark is what we call Iwu. That is why he said that is what you wear when you go to the palace. All right. It's just like Okuku. Okuku is not an hairdo for everybody, but in modern times, everybody can now wear Okuku. Okuku were exclusively for Oba's wives and children, and the only person that the Oba gave that exclusive right to also for his wife and his children to also wear the Okuku is the Ezomo. If you don't know, Ezomo's wife is also called Oloi, or wives are also called Iloi, and their children are also called Uvi, just like the Obas. A story happened. I can share the story with you in some subsequent era. So, but today everybody wears the Okuku. Okuku was never to be worn by everybody. It was only exclusively for Oba's wives and children, female children, and Ezomo's wives and children. Because Oba gave, there's something that happened that Oba gave that right to. A story that you don't know why Ezomo is called Oba Ni Ekuzembe. He gave him a right, a tutelage right of Obaship, and also gave him the right of his children to also be accorded the same respect or name that his wife, and that is when he now gave them the Okuku, Hedo, exclusive right, also being practiced in the palace. So, but today, any bride who wants to do hair wears Okuku, even if it was only for the royalty. So that's what Iwu was. Iwu was a royal mark. It was not a national mark. So if anybody is trying to use that to bring flame, like I always tell people, it is good for people to contort fallacies from their brain. They are empty. You understand? But the day God will punish any of them is when they now have a debate with me. Let them bring all of these things. I always tell them that it's good people run their mouth, trying to find ways to lie about history. But when they now have, when God wants to punish these people, the day they will have a live debate with me, let them lie all these lies. I'm going to be correcting them for word. So let nobody deceive you. He who is not a Benin nation marking, it is a Benin royal marking. Only those who were close, who had a close proximity to the palace, were given the right to have the Iwu. So an Esama who is now in present-day Edosa will have that Iwu. But a present-day Benin man who will be in Esanla will not have that Iwu. Never. Because it's of no use. Because you pay a lot for it. How about pay? You go to meet a technician, a surgeon called Osiwu. How to say you a bay. So, and I have better money. How about pay you? Yes, how about pay you? So my brother, it was a nice question that you asked. So I thank all of you. A lot of people are calling me now, boy, I do talk. So voila. Well, I do talk. So I'm a businessman. I have to go attend to land business. So those of you, call me. If you want to be my friend, you must call me Udo talk. See, I'm having calls. So Hello. Hello. Egbe madam no wa. Okay, call tell me domo. I worry life. They say where we be are true now. Domo. Sir my phone, you're the hot. Hello. Call you. Call you, Lamogu. When I aware. You know anywhere? You know anywhere Facebook? Because didn't approve any. I've seen you. When there, I'm inviting you now. You see. You are Wemiania. I'm adding you. My Mama Mila wants to call through.
Okay, I can where audio you without video.
Oh, Homa show face you are going on. You are on.
Yo, I don't know why it. Why ya wa better now? Wa be wa ko yo. Iviedo ni mose, iviedo nevuwa. Itu wa ya fere. Ewo emega ajebi megwesin. Wa hiage wese kakabo emini bunu wa explain, also the concept of umagbanedo. Runda zeve beno je vitendo do etie ne doge kunye. No any here memobo lele runda me we bene dona itie ne we emiesi atieba ibia do ya fe ehia mudia wa mioni awe adobo we amadobo veti bene dona idon ene we emino zeve bino heki ona hin egbe no sunu vasena no ya kan ge Bobrisky we here awe mi very oni emi ni mani emi na ya ka we na ya itunji edomu we emi na wabedo edo tie ne doge kunni erioyi. So thank you so much. Even that was what I thought about before I named this page Umagbanedo. So but a lot of people don't really understood that. So thank you so much for the time you really put to explain these things to the people that don't still understand the concept. So no, my brother Ukabo wa here West is even one day Sabo no reacting ba wetin no ri wegbe no mi kemi ya fe no salobo afin agbo mi kemi ya fe uga mo so ebi no mi kemi na ya nyakmo ya ga so wo bono ma die dove ni ka onya ga mu diano when amure agi muere when na gbe agbo hi eni ka ono to ne do ya fe ya gwero zevi inwinesi no wow the social media na no ya la mana ga de o sa bo no de ba we work gi o wa we ya fe I want to speak a little bit English, even if it is pidgin English. Most especially, many of, I will still call them our Eastern people. That this thing is becoming too rampant. The way the essence for so many years now we have been dealing on these issues, I don't really know what we are going to do about that. For now, for so many years we have been on this, that the essence, majority of them, majority on social media since the social media came out. Sometimes I will continue to, I will wonder to say, Do these Esan people don't even know that we, the Edos, were existing before social media came out? Or there was somewhere called Edo land before the social media came out? So these have always been my questions, because if you come to look at it, majority of the Esans, all they know is always attacking the Benis unnecessarily with their many insults to the Benis. Let's even assume they are throwing these insults to us alone. That can be, okay, maybe somebody will just say, okay, let's try to tolerate that. But when you come and look at the high places, the places they will be throwing these insults to in Benin Kingdom, yeah, I don't know, it is unbearable. Sometimes you cannot no longer tolerate these things. And when you come and look at it, it's all for nothing, over nothing. Not that there's any conflict, not that anything is happening at all. But that is how these Esan people, if at all you succeed in stopping some group of them, you will see by tomorrow, next tomorrow, other ones that they are more than the ones you thought you have already succeeded in stopping them in some, you know, in any which way at all. Other ones are still going to come up again. And always their target, the place they will always start with, is always the Revere Palace of Benin Kingdom. They insult all, in fact, places, I don't know how to say it. So what are we, it's not enough for us to just always say, let's keep on, let's not, you know, let's not mind them. Or let's try to overlook things. Why? Because apart from these places they are throwing insults to, the high places in Benin Kingdom, because I don't want to a kind of maybe committing abomination too with my own mouth. Okay. So apart from that, the propaganda, they are there. Their lies, their fallacies, their propaganda. And they will even go to the extent of telling you they are only laying these propagandas, the fallacies down for their next generation, maybe miscreants and nuisance like them, coming up again to come and, you know, start dealing on that, hoping that they were telling the truth, that their next generation is coming to come and ask us again. That's why they want to make series of this video, several of this video, so that other ones coming up like them again, the insane ones amongst them again will come and start with these videos they are making down, which they are very numerous. How are we going to do this? I don't know if our fathers will be able to look into this. Because the way I'm saying this, this thing is not going to stop, because we have been on it for so many years now. Even the people that started it from the beginning, some of them, I saw some of them the other day when they were in Benin, showing their house that this is the house I built in Benin. But you came online for so many years trying to brainwash your people that the Benis are this, they are that. Hey? There's nothing they will not say, trying to, in fact, to spoil our good name, to spoil our good name as the Edos, to tarnish our image as the Edos, to depreciate our good image as the Edos, to depreciate even our good values as the Edos. Sometimes they will push people into being insulting, like they are also. But we, the Benis, are not like that. The Edos are a well-mannered, hospitable people. We don't really know how to insult. We are not insultive people. But sometimes they will drive you to the extent you don't know what to do any longer. You don't know what to do any longer. And if we are talking about the essence right now on social media, majority of them are, even when they will be, you know, displaying this, their madness, you will see a lot of the Esan people too going to start clapping for them, sharing those videos of their propaganda and fallacies. How could you leave your own father even and you start insulting another person's father and you expect that person to remain silent? So their insult is beginning to be too much. Sometimes I'm afraid that this thing may go and lead to a tribal, you know, I don't know what to say. You understand?
All right. No problem. I think we'll deliberate on it probably in,
if they want to keep on insulting us, it's not going to take anything away from us. But let them stop insulting places they are not supposed to. Places that they are higher than them. They know we don't joke with such things.
Okay, no
and
problem.
If you come to look at it, among everyone in the Edo State is always some people that have been doing this for so many years now.
All right, Mommy. No problem, ma. No problem. We'll fed
Thank you, my brother.
We'll fed all that you said.
Wesley.
Call it.
Wesley.
Okay, that was a very long one. The only thing, the only entire matter that I want to speak on this matter is this: we cannot. It can't be typo. I totally doing a way at all. All right. I want us to understand this. If they say that they are trying to put the history in the right perspective, all right, and they are going to give it to future generations, we also, the Benin, we are not all dying now. We also have our children that we are also educating, that will also be the future generations of the Benin people. And we're also doing live videos to also try to make corrections about this. So I feel it is not what, to me, I know it's painful when someone leaves his own father and starts insulting another person's father. It is lack of home training. I cannot say because they're insulting the Oba of Benin, then I want to insult. There's nobody in Esan land that I will insult, that we equate whatever insult that they will give to the Oba of Benin. Would I not equate the Onojes with the Oba of Benin? That's even a greater insult. All right, so we are left with a sad choice that when they insult, pour insults to Wanopua, we don't have an equal measure. All right, you understand? We don't have equal measure. So, but the old thing I would just say is that it's not me. To me, I'm not saying people shouldn't take it serious, but to me, Zodwa, I don't see this. We have a channel. If I want to present the matter to Omonoba tomorrow, or I have a channel that I'll present it this evening, then it will get to Omo tomorrow. All right? Our ancestors and God have done that. But we have very multinational issues or multi-faceted problems that we are supposed to talking about. Not these people. These people are not that really important. Not these people. Now, some few of these people, there is no rationale for you to believe that majority of these people, no, that's not true. Majority of them are my friends, and they don't think the way these people think. All right? They don't think the way these people think. All right? So there's no rationale to say that majority of these people think this way. No, it's very few of them. You understand? If people with over 1 million population and just less than 2,000 of them are talking on social media, it's not majority. They are far minority. All right. So please and please, Please and please, let's just allow, like I said in the beginning, it's not really a very important topic. The important one is your mind do sort of, that was the one. I just wanted to say that in passing. You accuse us of being superior, and now you do a 360 degree and you are not saying that you are superior. That's hypocrisy. To me, that is hypocrisy. And that's what I'm kicking against. So, Noah. Hello, Doma. Hello. You real live video, but I'm running up now. Doma. But I'm rounding up now. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Once I'm done. Okay. So, I think this is the longest time I've ever been on any live video. It's 2 hours plus. That's amazing. It was very good. I appreciate all of you who have been here. Spend 2 hours with us. You guys are most amazing. So, let them say whatever they want to say. Issa and Bini or Edo, however you want to say it. We are one. All right. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. Sentiments do not make history. No matter how sentimental, no matter how grieved you are, all right, that we change the fact that you are brothers. If they say we are not their brothers, but to us, they are our brothers. So to them, we are not their brothers, but to us, they are our brothers. So let's have that mentality. Even the prodigal sons in the Bible returned, find their way back home. So let's call them prodigal sons. Something like that from biblical perspective. So it's not that too serious. We take things too serious. It's not that too serious. All right. We are one, please. All right, you don't get peace. Absolutely. Let them say what they want to say. All right, it doesn't change the fact. For the fact that you say we are not one, it still doesn't change the fact that we are one. The fact is that we are one, historically. All right. So, anyway, no insult. We shouldn't be insulting ourselves. We should. I know the Igbos are the ones orchestrating all of these things. They find me. But anyway, I want to blame Igbos too, because when you open yourself for these things to be orchestrated, surely they will be orchestrated against you, and that's what they open themselves to be orchestrated, and that's why they're orchestrated. So, so we're rounding up. So, boy not do anima no banima only no to sam who does it in a cow said I always say about talk about it said. So I'll see you. For those who are still interested in the land, you can call me then so we can talk. Why I always say about talk about it said